Overall, I like the first scrimmage better. Didn't particularly like this one either side. There's a bunch of guys out there, in my opinion, were trying to endure it. Picked their moments and played hard at times, but no consistency. The competition wasn't like it was in the first scrimmage, and guys just trying to get through the scrimmage and both sides of the ball. Both sides had their moments of good and bad, but there was not the competitiveness and the physicality that needed to be in the scrimmage. Questions?
Coach, what do you attribute that to?
Ask them, not me. I guess they don't want to play.
That's been unusual for this group, hasn't it?
Had been. Better grow up. Bunch of young guys think they're real good and ain't close. Nowhere close. Got ability, got to learn to play with intangibles. A little bit soft as a team overall, both sides.
Anyone out there that was bringing
No.
specifically?
Nope. Did I say? If I would have, I'd have told you. You ain't nothing good. You don't search for anything.
So where do you go from there? I mean,
Put your foot right back in the rear end and make them do it the right way. If they don't do it, then get rid of them, get new guys.
What specifically didn't you like about it?
What part didn't you understand? I didn't like the physicality and the competitiveness. I'm being serious. They didn't play hard, didn't compete hard, and didn't play with consistency.
Are you seeing leaders in this kind of situation?
Nope, I didn't see any. Jalen some. I saw Jalen a little bit. Dalvin tries, but we got him in the blue. It's hard to do that from back there when you're not getting tackled. He's getting thudded. I didn't let him get tackled. But
is it difficult to scrimmage with so many missing
no, it
pieces?
has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. That's an opportunity. I mean, if somebody gets hurt in the game, you got guys that play. Football has nothing to do with who's hurt. You got to play. Got to play.
Does that worry you this close to the end of spring practice to see that? Or?
I don't worry about it. They better worry about their team. We'll find guys. We'll find 22, 11 on each side eventually.
Sorry, have there been any games on special teams this spring today?
Average. Beatty's been kicking it good. Berto was off today. Berto missed a field goal or two today. He wasn't as sharp as he normally was, but the punter, Beatty's had a really good spring. Kicked it really well. Really well.
The return game is something you try to focus on, though, right?
Yeah, until you get live, it's hard to judge. We spend a lot of time on it, but we'll see when we start going live stuff. We'll see.
Coach, I know you say you weren't pleased with the practice as a whole, but is it your ones or your twos, threes?
All of them. You said it. Ones, twos, and threes.
Was there? I mean, it sounds like it. Again, it was probably a negative difference, but
No, I mean it was good and bad, but they don't play. You can't play the way they play.
Yeah.
Up and down, pick your moments. You don't play that way. That's what losing teams do.
What was the difference in Sean McGuire between the first scrimmage and this scrimmage? Was there any kind of difference?
I thought he was okay. I think he was solid today, but we didn't play well around him. And he made a couple really good throws. Made a couple throws I didn't like. Made one poor throw in 2 minutes. But yeah, it led us for 2 straight touchdown drives in 2 minutes. The last 2 times we've done it. Done a really good job. He got a little greedy on one, but sometimes that'll happen in 2 minutes. But he was okay. But we didn't play well enough around him either. Our receivers need to grow up. They ain't very tough. Not very competitive. Not one of them.
About halfway through the year last year, you started to say, about halfway through the season last year, you started to say some good things about Case and Beatty. Was there anyone who talked to him before that, or anything that kind of clicked for him?
Just keep practicing, doing well, and he grinded it out, you know. And he's kicking the ball really well now. Very consistent. Very consistent.
What else said? With
Good.
DeAndre Johnson getting reps on the second team the other day, is that a sign of him moving up with like JJ?
Well,
or
him and JJ. Well, John's usually number 2.
Yeah.
No, we try to give everybody. You can't judge those guys unless they're in the game with quality people, and see where they're at mentally. You know what I'm saying? To see what they can do. So we're mixing all those guys in there to try to give them quality reps with 2s as much as we possibly can, just so you can judge them and see where they're at. I mean, it has nothing. I mean, some days JJ gets them, some days John gets a lot of them, and we thought it was time for him to get a little bit of them because you just like to see where they're at and find guys doing the right things around them more consistently, so they can function. Because quarterback sometimes you can do if they don't function around you, it's hard. He's doing a nice job. He's growing.
You're gonna feel the team's kind of held back from not providing that energy and not where you want to go on the field. And
Do what now?
do you feel like the team is kind of held back in your schedule planned of practices?
No, it's been good till today. It just shocked me to come out of today. I guess because it's in the stadium. I guess maybe we play on the practice field will be better. We have less people, but at the games, but we could play over there. Maybe we'll play over there or play in the indoor.
What are your plans for the spring game with so many players out? I mean,
Play a spring game. They'll play or they won't. Hey, just like a game. We'll play them, and it's like redoing the season. Can't cancel it. You got to play football. Next guy up. Every guy's got an opportunity. So try to go from there.
Will Dalvin also be as limited in the spring game?
Yes, he will. We had a lot of guys last year were. We didn't tackle a lot of guys.
Was Mike Lawrence say a lot there today? I wasn't sure.
No, he wasn't. No, got banged the other day. Said he had a slight concussion. On a receiver screen, hit a receiver. How about that? He hits a receiver and gets one. They're everywhere now. We got some of our other guys back. Looks like Mavity and Derek Kelly be back on Wednesday. Looks like Izzo's got a chance to be back. Maven did run. We didn't throw him down the field stuff because of his hamstring, but he blocked and did all the run stuff. He did some good things at times. I'm trying to think who else we got back. Oh, got Pig was back today from his concussion. He played the whole game. Pig made a couple good plays. I noticed at times. I watched film, see how consistent he was. But then a couple of the other concussion guys weren't back yet. And and the 16 will probably be back Wednesday too, with his knee. He could have went today about 75. There ain't no sense of pressing. They wouldn't go Wednesday, Thursday, and get a good scrim, get a good game on Saturday. So some of those guys all should be back. A lot of them should be back. Hopefully, that's the plan. I mean, what they look like today, they practiced some today. Give them limited without a lot of contact, so another 2 days they should be good, according to Dr. Burkhart.
When you're having a day like this, do you try to?
I'm not mad. I just what I expect. I mean, there was good things. There was bad things on both sides. I just didn't see the physicality and the intensity and passion. You know, if you make a mistake, like the other day, we made mistakes in that scrimmage, but we played reckless. And I'm gonna tell you what, Saturday, we practiced. It was, guys flying around the ball, playing. There was mistakes, but there was an intensity. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel the intensity today like I wanted, and that's what's got me. You can't play football without passion and intensity. And guys are kind of like it's kind of get through in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? And then you just can't tolerate that. It's been there. Saturday was a heck of a practice. Heck of a practice. These guys got to learn. Every time you come out, you got to do it. They'll learn. It's a good thing. They're young. First time we've had that too. So we'll see.